So welcome back guys to We Talk Boxing, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Moses Itauma and his latest opponent which has been announced. So as always guys, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, and if you've already subscribed, thank you. So the news broke earlier this week in regards to Moses Itauma and him potentially, or guaranteed I should say, not potentially, fighting Jermaine Franklin. Now, this show is set for the 24th of January and it's going to be live in Manchester at the Co-op Arena. So, this is going to be, I think Itauma's 14th fight, and he's taking on the vastly experienced Jermaine Franklin. Now, for most hardcore, or I should say most boxing fans, you should pretty much know who Jermaine Franklin is. Jermaine Franklin has been in there with two other Brits I should say. Anthony Joshua and Dillian White, and in both of those fights he lost, but he put on a half decent show in those losses. He didn't discredit himself when he lost, but now he's facing a young and hungrier Brit in the terms of Moses Itauma. Obviously, Itauma currently undefeated, and most people believe is going to be the next big thing in terms of boxing. And this is a fight which Moses now has to win, considering that one of the four belts has been vacated, and we now have another heavyweight champion added to that roster, which is Fabio Wardley. And I see a very soon, or imminent I should say, matchup against the pair, only if Itauma could come through Jermaine Franklin, and he has to come through him in a spectacular fashion, you know what I mean, to make people continue to talk about him and say great things, that he's going to be this, he's going to be that, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. Because if he does it in poor fashion, or if he doesn't look good, or he struggles, then that may not be the next fight. And I believe if he does it in spectacular fashion, it will be the next fight. But what a fight, I should say, between Franklin and Moses Itauma. I certainly believe that Franklin will give Moses Itauma some rounds. I'm not going to say that he's going to take him the full distance, because I don't believe he will take him the full distance. But is he going to take him longer than what Dillian White did? Yes, in my eyes. Okay? Because he's a little bit more durable than what Dillian White is. Do I think offensively he's going to cause him a lot of trouble? Probably not. But do I believe that Itauma could potentially maybe just take a little bit of time to maybe work him out? Yeah, certainly. But a good fight for Moses Itauma. And to be fair, this is a local show that I might even try and go to. I've not seen Moses fight live, so this would be one that I could kind of tick off. I like to watch good British fighters fight and say, you know what I mean, I've watched him fight, I've watched him fight live, etc., etc., rather than just be one of these armchair supporters and say, yeah, I've watched them, but I've never been to a live show. But yeah, it's one that I'm going to try and go to, and great fight. But most importantly, the undercard so far, anyway, hopefully if everyone stays fit, is looking really, really good, really, really strong. So hopefully the whole card should be competitive. I think the main undercard fight is going to be between Willie Hutchinson, and Jermaine Taylor, I believe. So that's going to be the main fight before the main fight, sort of thing. And then you've got other fights on there as well. Heaney versus Warburton. You've got Fiaz versus Flynn. You've got Davis versus Miller, which is a good fight as well, young versus old sort of thing. You've got Murphy versus Holmes and Thompson versus Pauls as well. I like Brad Pauls. I like what he did against Heaney, so hopefully he could come back bigger, better and stronger as well. And he fought against Bentley as well. So yeah, good card. A card that, if all the fighters stay fit, all of them stay hungry, it should be very, very competitive. Obviously, you're going to have your favourites who should win certain fights on that card, but it's going to be competitive. And if a fighter that's, let's say, 60-40 or 70-30 in his favour should be winning, but doesn't train, doesn't turn up, is not motivated, thinks it's going to be a walk in the park, he will lose. He will lose. So, yeah, a very, very good card. And as we get closer to this fight, I will do my predictions. But my early predictions is obviously, you can't back against Moses Itauma at this stage. So, yeah, I'm going for an Itauma knockout. I'm going to put a specific round right now. I'm going to say he gets him out there in 3 to 4 rounds. 3 rounds. 3 rounds. I'm going to say 3 rounds. But you guys can let me know your thoughts. Is this a fight that you like for Moses Itauma? And do you believe that if he gets through this, do you believe the next fight for him is going to be Fabio Wardley for the WBL title? Again, they're both signed with Frank Warren. As always, please subscribe and comment. Bless.